All right. Let's go, guys. It's game 2 of this week's 360 no-scope Icefar, where players have to try and pull off epic surrounds and flanks. The StarCraft version of a 360 no-scope, I guess. Is it really? I mean, if you think about it, a 360 no-scope is basically flipping all the way around, bam, shooting someone in the head, right? Or not necessarily in the head, but, you know, without scoping with your rifle. So it's basically like probably closer to like really sick marine focus fire, or like just insane like medevac, picking up units and breaking cyclone lock-ins and saving them on red hit points and dodging projectiles and shit. But on the strategic level, this is like a 360 no scope. I mean, it's a 360 surround. Who cares? Analogies aside and why it's called that, let's introduce the players and hopefully get some good games. Up here in the top left, representing Formless Bear Sloths, it's Killjoy SC. Big fan of the Formless Bear Sloths, rivals of Taste the Bacon and many of the other CTL clans. A clan that's always gone very well and performed well in CTL. For those who don't know, me and Maynard will be casting the CTL season finals tomorrow here on my stream as well as Maynard's stream. And it's going to be at whatever 2 hours and 10 minutes is from now. You guys can let me know that in your own time zone in chat, whether it's Central European. So I believe that's, what is it? It's midnight Central European time. And that, of course, is sometime in the afternoon if you're in North America. It is 10 a.m. Wednesday if you're in Australian Eastern time, which nobody is. 5 p.m. Central US time. Yeah. So that means 8 p.m. East Coast US time, 5 p.m. Central. And hopefully the EU people can, of course, watch it. We always put it up on YouTube as quickly as possible afterwards to help people. Down here in the bottom right, guys, playing Terran, it is Otter with a very quick second barracks. Looks like we might be seeing a 2-1-1, but a little slow to get a reactor started on this barracks. So yeah, it is a 2-1-1, just a little bit awkwardly done with the late reactor swap, but not too bad. Funnily enough, this SCV is going to block this third base. This Zerg actually wants this third anyway. I've seen a few Zergs go for this. Not a bad base. It's just a problem if like a double drop's threatening here, all your units are on the low ground, and then it boosts into the main base. It's kind of awkward to get all the way back up there, but it's really personal preference. And especially if you take this as your fourth and control this whole northern side of the map, it can be a really nice compact base layout for the Zerg player. Now, for those of you who do want to get your replays in for next week, the new challenge is up. And it is, of course, surgical warfare. So I want you guys to imagine your soldiers aren't just expendable shitters for once and actually treat them well. Okay? Stop throwing your units away. Surgical warfare. They're commandos. All right? Every single soldier is going to go in, SEAL team style, tactical, awesome. You're going to kick some fucking ass, okay, guys? So I want minimal losses, all right? I want you to go in there and try to win the game, losing as little stuff as possible. Now, don't get me wrong. If you end up losing a fuckload of shit, as long as you had some sort of opening or style that was aiming for minimal losses, I'm still okay with it. As always, guys, what do we focus on? How do we prove that your replay is good enough? It's all about action. It's all about fun. Was your game action-packed? Was it exciting? Was it unique? Was it interesting in some way? These are the things we look for. Now, if you don't exactly follow a challenge, we don't really give a shit. If you make zero attempt to make the challenge, pretty low chance it's going to get in, unless we're really starved for replays, right? Pretty low chance. But if you at least try, even if it goes wrong, we don't mind. So, everything comes down to, is the game fun? Did you make an attempt on the challenge? Even if you did it in a creative or different way, sometimes people are like technically fulfilling the challenge, even though they're sidestepping what we'd originally intended. If that shit's funny, if it's entertaining, we reward that shit. It's all about entertainment value here. And really, what is Icefar about? It's, I cast you freaking awesome replays. Why is there a weekly challenge? Because it gives you a way of playing the game different. It's not about winning or losing. It's getting some action-packed weirdness. And it's not about winning. Some of our best games that we've cast in Icefar have actually been losses. And I need to continually promote this idea, because people in StarCraft seem to have this idea that any game they lose did not happen. And I don't know, it's like it's like Japan after World War II, right? It's like now they're like, no, the rape of Nanjing never happened. And you're like, what? Like, nope, that is obliterated from history. You're like, is it? I'm pretty sure that did happen. That's like a really fucked up thing. And they're like, nope. I'm like, oh, you're a StarCraft player. You're just pretending that bad thing never happened. Nope. It's like, like that's a blotch on history. It never happened. Shut up. Don't mention it. Losses are actually sometimes the best thing ever, guys. So please send in your losses. It's not only 1v1. People say, oh, but I'm only in Diamond League. Is my replay good enough? And I'm like, have you watched the show? 80% of the show is me making fun of how you guys play the game. I don't want pro replays. I mean, I do occasionally get pro replays and they're great. By the way, speaking of tryhard pro gamer wannabes, look at this Otter player. Look at this tryhard starter set. Are we watching Clem? What the fuck is this shit? He's like microing like a little fucking beast, picking up and getting out of there. Jesus Christ. What a tryhard. This fucking guy definitely hasn't been laid. But speaking of which, I like to make fun of you guys. It's about chaos. It's about fun. Sometimes we get pro games. Sometimes we get Bronze League games where the players barely know how to spend their money and build units. It's about watching a different type of StarCraft. It is about watching something that kind of reminds us of the strategic diversity in this game, rather than just being about trying to win in the most standard way possible. So IC4 is about celebrating the fact that we can all have fun playing this game without trying to emulate how Serral played the game last week, or how Special showed us a good solid macro build. There are 1,000 ways to enjoy StarCraft, and that is what IC4 is all about. So get in there, play some games on the ladder, send me your replays, and remember, often the lower league you are, or if it's team games, the better it is. I actually find those often more interesting and funny because they're a breath of fresh air. When we get a low silver, or a high bronze replay, I'm like, oh, this is like a rare fucking gem. Because I don't get to see games at that level ever. I get to see a lot of gold, a lot of plat, a lot of diamond. That's like the majority of the games we get. Occasionally I get a high masters, or a GM, or a pro gamer replay, or a bronze replay. And it's like these extremes of the spectrum where I go, oh, this is totally different. This is so drastically different to what I normally cast. So please send those in, guys, and we'll see how it goes. Now, I'm not sure who sent this replay in, but we've got Marine Tank up against Ling Bane. So I'm imagining it's going to be Killjoy with this disgusting cancerous creep spread. This is some coronavirus level shit. It is just spreading across the map incessantly. There has been no social distancing here on Simulacrum. And, ooh, unfortunately drops in range of the Spore. I mean, all the Marines get out, and they are still doing some good damage. They are going to go after those drones. They all get kind of stuck behind each other a little bit. The Queen's trying to fight them here. They are going to take out a few of those Queens, though the drones need to turn and fight. They're the Ling Bane. Ooh, hot pickup is nicely done, but, I mean, you are so deep on creep right now, Otter. This is, this is a really scary place to be right now. I mean, as this Terran player, as Otter right now, you are an 85-year-old woman in the supermarket. You're in a crowded line. Everyone's got their tropping shollies. Their tropping shollies filled with poilet tater, and basically the people on either side of you start coughing. Like, when your army is that deep on creep, you are shitting your fucking pants. You are like, get the fuck out of here now. This is fucked up, man. So I like that Otter pulled back after putting that big indent in the creep spread. Pulls back, is going to chill out, build a lot of SCVs. 2-2 on the way for Terran. Actually getting up a really, ton of barracks. A second factory, has a third down. Otter's actually got some pretty sick macro here as well. I'm just worried because we've got a Zerg player with so much creep spread, and if Killjoy can replace this hole in the creep, I mean, the creep all over the map. This is disgusting. This is... Oof. So the only way you can really push through creep like that is you need to have a lot more Marauders in your army, and you need to have sick pre-spreads before the fight starts. Now, normally a Zerg who just makes over 20 Speedbanes automatically beats a Bioterran when the Bio pushes, because the Bioterran is like, well, I'll split when I see the Banelings coming. It's like, you have 80 Marines deep on creep. Do you know how much space you need to spread 80 Marines? Do you know how many clicks you need? They're like, yeah, I'll just wait till the Banelings. I'm like, it's Speedbanes on creep. You got 0.3 seconds to spread 80 Marines. You think you can do that? They're like, yeah, sure, I've seen Maru do it. I'm like, no. Even Maru can't do that because it is not physically possible, even if you had a microbot you will spend so much time spreading rather than firing that all the Ling Bane will connect with your army anyway, even if it's not clumped up. Like, you're not going to gun down anything before it gets in melee range. So I'm really hoping Otter respects that fact, builds more Marauders for tanking, and when the push happens, I want to see a pre-spread across like 3 screens. I want to see the Terran just doing a spready like he's fucking, like he's some gold medal winning Olympian. I want to see him like that. What's that girl that Aussie Man Reviews always does? The gymnast girl. It's like Naomi something, Naomi Asashi or something. He's just going on about her gymnastic spreadies while she's dancing. I love Aussie Man Reviews, in case you guys have not figured that out at this point. Still one of the funniest channels on YouTube. I wish he streamed more on Twitch. This is a lot of tanks and libs, guys. And he's off creep right now. Let's see if Killjoy just attacks into it. All right, so Killjoy realizes pulling back to fight another day, the better choice here. More scans, but this is the problem, guys. A lot of people, you know, they try to push forward like this. They think they're clearing all the creep, but the head of the dick is still there. The creep dick still has 2 heads here. And I can tell you, people say, oh, the 2-dicked guy off Reddit, the dude with 2 cocks who did an AMA, was actually proven false. Well, I'll tell you what, right now, Killjoy is a fucking 17-headed cock of creep on this map. There is like, this is ridiculous. This is the most fucking gigantic army. And I feel so bad for Otter because this is the 360-degree icy far. And you can see Killjoy splitting into 2 armies right now and just waiting to fucking sandwich this Terran. But you know what? That's a spread across 3 screens, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Unfortunately, there's nothing there. He had so much warning with the sensor tower, but he didn't get the wall up or the tank sieged. Oh no. Killjoy's like, yeah, I'm not going to attack into your 3-screen spread of Siege Tank Liberator, mate. Ling's coming in and doing epic damage on all sides. The tank's down. Oh my god, this base goes down. Tons of shit going down. Lift the orbital, please. Lift the orbital. A few Banelings run down. You can tell Otter's like, fuck this shit. Hasn't even raised the main base yet. Does finally do that. Oh no. And he's going to just charge on creep. Oh no. Oh my god, they're not even A-moving. The Marines are all on move command. This is such a complicated army to push with, guys. Biotank Lib is actually very scary. It's just so hard to move this across the map and siege it up. So trying to do it, but look at this. Look at this patience from Killjoy. Killjoy wants to literally eliminate all joy and happiness from Otter's life. Otter's like not even building units with 2,000 minerals right now. He's just like looking at this army and going, how do I move this army forward? And we have a 4-angled surround getting set up here from Killjoy. This is actually going to be a 360-degree surround. This is actually insane right now. When's the trigger going to get pulled? I'm not going to be able to catch this all on camera, guys. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The trigger, it's going to go. Go. Banelings coming in from all sides. A lot of them actually clicking away from the Marines. But those Hydras come in from behind. All the Marines are gone. Otter says just A move after like literally the most intricate 360-degree setup, and where the A move actually forced the Banelings to move away from the Marines, funnily enough. Don't make Biotank Lib, guys. That's a fucking complex army. It's also just not the best Baneling killer, but GG, well played there. Killjoy does set up an epic surround on Otter. And we already have the title for that YouTube video. Shout out to Zaja, who says, Otter Destruction. My man. GG, well played.